Good morning. Today we'll be talking about line graphs. And I know that's on your math page for today, so I thought I would talk to you a little bit about line graphs and how they work. A line graph is made on a graph similar to this. So for ours, we have our line graph, but there's a few steps just to remember when you're making these. Now you might say, what's the importance of a graph? It's actually really important. People use them to track long periods of time on this little scale, so it's really cool. It might be something yearly that happens. Maybe if we were doing one for school, we could say, okay, we had this many students attend in 2002. We had this many students attend in 2003. This one. Now, if we're having a graph of students, we would want it to be going up, right? And the same thing with, like, if you were doing your grades. Maybe you would want, if you're tracking all of your grades, you might want your grades to be going up, not going down. Same thing with the stock market. If you see the stock market's line graph, it's all over the place. It's going everywhere, and I just think the line graphs are really interesting, and you can look at them and kind of track different things. Now, just because a graph is going in the same exact direction does not mean that it could be purely coincidental, is what I mean. I saw one thing last night. It said there were two line graphs that were doing the exact same track, and it was the letters of the winning word in the Scripps National Spelling Bee, you know, the one that you guys are studying for. The spelling bee is in the same correlation of the line graph to people killed yearly by venomous spiders. So just because the two of them are coordinating, there's no relation. Also, the number of lawyers in Nevada correlates with the same amount of number of people who tripped over their own 2 feet and died. So just because it has the same track, they're not related. But today we're going to learn how to work a line graph and how we go. Well, first let's review our horizontal directions and our vertical directions. Okay, so remember horizon. You have horizontal. It's going this way, like the direction of the sunrise and the sunset. The horizon. I love going to the beach and checking out the horizon. Now, we also have vertical. Think of a basketball player or somebody. Vertical is doing up and down, all right? So when I say a different direction, you do what you're supposed to do. You either jump up and down or have your arms out like the horizon, okay? So, ready? Horizontal. You should be going like this. And then vertical. You should be going up and down. Vertical. Horizontal. Vertical. Hopefully you know the difference now between horizontal and vertical, and think of your vertical jumps in basketball. All right, now let's check out our line graph now that we know our horizontal and vertical. I'm so sorry. Okay, now, wow, that was awful. Here we go. So the important thing to remember for our horizontal and our vertical is the first number that you see on the chart, you're going to go horizontally. And then the second number, you're going to go vertically. Think about it as, okay, first I'm walking, walk, then I go up the stairs, okay? So you walk straight across, then go up. If you're taking an elevator, you'd have to walk to the elevator first, and then go straight up. So for our first number, we have 5 to 10. I should use a darker marker. So let's track this. Okay, I don't know if you can. Oops, there's my camera. So I don't know if you can see. So I'm gonna try to move this up. Okay, so hopefully you can see this now. The first number is 5, 10. So our first number is 5, 10. What you would do is you start at 0. And remember, like I said, you're going across 5. So you go horizontally 5 and then up 10. Now, we know instead of counting 1, 2, 3, you know how to count by 5. So you can go 5, 10, and just meet right here. And how you would do it, you plot the point by putting a circle. Okay? Now, you were able to see that that was 5, 10. It would be completely wrong if you did 5 and then went 10, because you need to go across first, then up. That's really important. Now the next one is 10, 15. Okay, so we're going to go. Remember, we start at 0. We go across 10 and up 15. 5, 10, 15. And we're going to make our point right here. Plot our point. All right. Now, the next number that we have right here is 6, 7. This will be a little bit trickier because we're not going by 5s anymore. But I like to think of it like a clock. And just how your clock has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, etc., you will count by in your mind, you should go to the 5 that you can and then keep going. So look, 6, already, instead of going 1, 2, 3, we can just start at 5 and go 5, 6, okay? 6 across and then 7. So 5, 6, 7. Now keep in mind, this looks really weird. It might look weird because you're like, wait, what's going on? You're putting the dot right in between where all the points meet. Think of it like a target, okay? And you're aiming right for the center. That's 6, 7. Now let's see how well you were paying attention to know if you can do the last one. 11, 13. Okay, now where do I go first? Hopefully you're telling me to go across 11, 5, 10, 11, and then up 13 on this line. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, and color it in right here where the points all meet. Okay, now I hope you were able to get that, but now we're going to be doing my favorite part. My favorite part of it all is connecting all the dots. It's like a big connect the dot game, and what you're going to do is you're going to use your ruler, and you're going to start at 0 and go to the first one that goes across. So for mine, the first one that goes across is 5. Like, think about going this way. The first one, this one is lower, but this one's the first one you get to. So you're going to start at 0 and make connect it to this one. See, like this, and then you're going to use your pencil, connect, okay? Now our next one is from here to here, our connect the dot party, all right? Our next one is up here, so we'll connect the dots. And then our next one here. Now we're done, but you can also connect this last one all the way down to the end of this graph to finish it off. All right, and we're done. You just completed your first line graph, and hopefully you were able to figure out how that works. If you have any questions, you can always ask me, but I think you're going to do a great job on your math page.